Thank you very much for joining me on this Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Brian Shields. Let's get right into it. And you see this. By the way, thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you for taking the time to subscribe. I see that and I appreciate that. All right, let's get right to it. As I mentioned, you see here, look at this train of rain we're seeing from Colombia, Panama, watching Costa Rica, Nicaragua. We're going to have some high totals here. So I'm going to cover this and eventually more rain toward Jamaica and Belize down the road. I'll get into that with the computer models. Obviously, the concern right where I showed you, especially south side of Honduras and then south all the way through Panama, right into parts of Costa Rica, watching out for the potential of flooding, 70 to 90% chance of rain today. Areas of flooding, and some of this will try to feed its way into parts of Guatemala and El Salvador. I'll keep an eye on that. And of course, right on the edge of Colombia, especially along the coast, that a higher chance of some rain. So continue to monitor that here. Broader picture you see here, not as much in the eastern Caribbean. I'm going to get into that though, watching eventually some spotty showers and storms in Anguilla, Antigua, Barbuda, St. Kitts and Nevis. Puerto Rico, we'll get into that. And then I want to get back to the Bahamas. Speaking of the Bahamas, here we are in the Bahamas. Here's Cuba, and you see a big front that's rolling in, brought a lot of severe weather, unfortunately, to Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama in the southeastern United States. As this front continues to make its way off the coast, eventually that'll help give the Bahamas a few more showers and storms. So I'll keep an eye on that angle as well. We'll get to that. If you're watching from the Bahamas, Turks and Caicos, we'll cover that here in the computer model. So you pick a spot on the map near where you are. Trinidad and Tobago, Guyana, northern Venezuela, watching you, some of the recovery efforts with the major historic flooding that we did have. But you see spotty showers here later today. The Bahamas, Haiti, Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic. We'll see that chance of a few showers and storms. Here's the core of the action. Southern Honduras, just what I was saying, by 1 o'clock today, back through Nicaragua. The brighter colors here is where we'll see the heavier rain. So Costa Rica, Panama, look at this heavy rain. Tonight we'll be seeing it as well tomorrow morning. Then not quite as widespread tomorrow afternoon, but still those spotty showers and storms that will be around. And look how it kind of feeds in a little bit more toward Belize and back toward northern Honduras. We'll see some spotty showers and storms. Cayman Islands, Jamaica, Haiti, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, and the Virgin Islands. Aruba, Curacao, Bonaire, scattered showers and storms tomorrow. Not a super high chance, 30-40% chance of a passing shower or storm. And again, watching over toward the Bahamas, what I was talking about a second ago. You see here some of the green flaring up. This is by the time we get into Friday. So still a lot of moisture in the Western Caribbean and even some spotty showers and storms over toward Trinidad and Tobago. That could add to some of the flooding, but not like we had the past few days. And then spotty showers, St. Lucia, Barbados, and then Jamaica. I mentioned this in yesterday's video. All on track. Yesterday's video, I was mentioning a higher chance of rain on Friday, and we'll see that. And even as you get toward Cuba, Haiti, Dominican Republic, and Puerto Rico, north through the Bahamas, with an old front nearby, Turks and Caicos, that rain chance will increase. And then you see that moisture still feeding in here, an even higher chance of rain over toward Belize, the Yucatan, Mexico. By the time we get into Friday afternoon, Honduras will be seeing some of the rain. Spotty, Guatemala, El Salvador, and still some of the rain swinging all the way down through Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, and Colombia. It's busy. It is busy out there for sure. All right, I want to get into our sun tracker just for today. So this is this afternoon. I like to show this where we're going to see more sun, where we're going to see more clouds. Obviously, the white shading, by the way, that's the cloud cover, and you see it really locked in over toward parts of Central America. We'll see a mix of sun and clouds over toward Belize. Good deal of sunshine, Jamaica, and across Haiti, all the way back through Puerto Rico, back through Montserrat, Dominica, Guadeloupe, Martinique. We're looking good. Barbados, St. Lucia, Trinidad and Tobago. Finally, some of the sun started to come out yesterday, of course, dealing with those recovery efforts, including the crops, a lot of lost crops, always a huge issue. It's not just the event, it's what goes on after the event during the recovery process. So thinking of you. All right, Costa Rica today, a high chance of rain for most locations, especially closer to the Caribbean side. Areas of flooding in Costa Rica, widespread rain and storms, so temps are down some, about 23, 24 degrees Celsius, winds southeast at 24 kilometers an hour, 15 miles per hour. And you see the higher totals here where you see these red shadings, even some of the yellow showing up. That's 150 millimeters for a 2-day total, or half a foot of rain. Now, here's the thing, as I always mention, we have a lot more land here, but I mentioned it for my friends across the islands. It really depends on if this stays offshore, kind of rolls onshore, and it's going to be a very close call, but the potential is there. You see these brighter colors, that does catch my attention, of much higher chances or higher totals of some rain. That's why I just mentioned that possibility of flooding, and still some scattered storms the next couple days near Trinidad and Tobago, which could yield an additional 50 millimeters plus 2 to 3 inches of rain. Not for all of us in Trinidad and Tobago. I want to caution that. Just if you get one of those passing showers or thunderstorms. Barbados, 29 degrees, 84 degrees Fahrenheit, partly cloudy, isolated shower storm across Barbados. About a 20-30% chance. It will be breezy though. Winds east-northeast, that east-northeasterly flow, 32 kilometers an hour with higher gusts. So Barbados, there's your forecast. Now today is the last day of the hurricane season, and we are ending on Nicole. Nicole is that last storm, last hurricane, last named system. The next name on the list is Owen. Now, hurricane season ends today. If there's a little spin up somewhere out in the Atlantic, sometimes that happens, usually not an issue at all, but sometimes that happens. This name stays intact, or stays, we use this name all the way through the end of the year. So the new list starts, in effect, starts January 1st. That's when we flip over into the new list. Well, hopefully we don't see Owen, so it looks like we're ending up on Nicole. But either way, that's 14 named storms this season, 8 of which became hurricanes. Again, looking back, we remember just a couple. We remember Fiona. It was turned out to be a very busy season after a quiet August. Lisa, which we had those big impacts over toward parts of Belize. So last day of hurricane season. Hey, we will take it. I will stay with you. That is my promise to you. I hope you have a great day ahead. And again, thank you for subscribing, and to all the new subscribers.